Blessings, blessings. You know, when I was in bondage to pornography, one thing that I would see over and over again is an element of hiding. Particularly the scenes where the actress is hiding um the fact from her husband that the there's another guy there, you know, whether he's actually in the area with them, this guy's the other guy's doing things to her under the table and around the corner, and or there's a scene where the guy just not home, and the actress will mention that in the video, because hiding, it will destroy intimacy. Hiding the evidence is exactly what pornography teaches you. And then many people do that just subconsciously in their relationships. Just like for those who know about the story of Adam and Eve, with once they sinned, they begin to hide themselves, use fig leaves to hide themselves and get away from God, because breaches of relationships from sin will infect relationships, as it brings separation, because there's a transgression there, a breach. So I was in bondage to, I'll say, pornography, because my mind was just, I was just obviously I was bonded to it, because obviously with pornography, this hormones released, there's dopamine, deals with pleasure, serotonin, happiness, uh oxytocin, the bonding hormone, and I was really bonded to it as I kept doing it over and over again. um Obviously another factor, obviously young man, desire, sexual intimacy, passion, um not getting it with women for just different reasons. Obviously, that age, I mean, where I am, of course, wait till my mindset, wait till marriage for sex. I mean, if you don't have that mindset, but at that time I was like, yeah, I would get it, but I don't really have the skills here. I don't really have the conversational skills to get a woman to get to that point of laying down with me. So I would go to a screen. But and also my mind was not being renewed. I wasn't watching the right things, hearing the right things. My soul needed purging. My soul needed purging, and it very, very difficult to stop watching porn. It's very, very, very difficult. It takes a lot of conscious effort and um, disciplining your body, disciplining your mind. Me personally, constant prayer, fasting, worship, exercise, good sleep, um, accountability partners, just having people in my life, high quality friends. My wife has been a great help for me as well. So multiple factors, and ultimately by the grace of God, that's helped me to finally get my mind detached, or to cut that bond, so that I don't get a hold of it. Do I get urges here and there to watch porn? Rarely, rarely. It's far in between. And of course, if there's ever that slight urge, I just consciously, intently turn my mind in a different direction, and towards spiritual things, wholesome things, high things. I don't allow my mind to linger on that, and I know that that's done to me once I have gone back to that. There's a separation that's brought with my God, our Heavenly Father, for those who believe in God. Um, just the shame, the guilt, and I know it's wrong. I know it's not right, and so it's just it's been a journey. God has helped me, and people have helped me as well, and activities that I've also done intentionally. So one, two things that I realized again from watching porn, used to be watching it, was that there was two things that I realized. Just realized this from yesterday, from talking to my wife, is that it's if say you're sick, um, and your spouse is sick, you're sick. There's the people who wouldn't want sex, right? And there's the people who would still do it, probably not be super into it, but still do it. And I know with pornography, it's acting, it's not real, and but I find it very interesting how they never, as far as I can remember, they never show one or both persons sick. And I'm sure if the show is probably not real, it's fake, right? But they're not going to show two people who are actually sick trying to have sex, because porn is a performance. It's about showing off your best moves, this high octane action. They're not going to show that intimacy, where it shows that two people who typically really love each other and typically are going to even try to have some intimacy. Me and my spouse, we have made it clear that we'll still do it. That communication was brought out, and even if one or both of us was sick, we're still gonna try and do something, right? It won't be the same, but we're gonna try and do something, right, to please the other. And you don't see that depicted in pornography. And when two people would still do that and they're sick, I think that's a huge factor to actual real intimacy and closeness that pornography does not depict. And also, there's been some times where me and my wife, we're smooching, we're kissing, and even before that, we're having some real deep, raw conversations, which evokes tears that come down, and we've cried while we've kissed, we smooched. You never see that in pornography. You never see that, right? So for those who think, oh, this is what the epitome of high satisfaction and all these things, right? Because sex is not just physical, it's emotional. So the fact that they never show that true, raw, emotional crying and talking, have the real, raw, vulnerable conversations about things prior to the engagement, prior to the action, is that obviously they're missing that element, and they will not bring that into the mix, because pornography is devoid of that aspect of intimacy, right? So, for those who have any decent common logic and sense, is that that pornography is not ultimately love, it's lust. So of course they're not going to bring that emotional aspect there. So in other words, it's teaching many people to have emotionless relationships, devoid of true love, true intimacy, true emotional compatibility. Which a lot of people who are together for years don't end up staying together. One factor being that they lack emotional intelligence, they lack emotional connection, they lack it, and because they lack emotional rawness, vulnerability, transparency. For a little while, they may be with somebody. If you're a guy, if you're a girl, you with somebody for a while. The passion was high. Yeah, had some things in common, right? But that there was something else that was missing: crucial, emotional rawness, transparency, honest, raw communication, loyalty, all these things that was missing. So that's why a lot of you have had fallouts and breakups, and today are having very shallow relationships, because one factor being that pornography has taught you that and reinforced that and cultivated that in your mind that, well, we're just two bodies here having some physical experience here, and that's it. So that's how you perceive sex, love, marriage, whatever, or just a one night stand, whatever, or just a relationship. That's all you're gonna get. You're just gonna get the shallow, because that's how you perceive it, and that's how you've been taught. By porn, by your friends, your parents, your siblings, your peers, right? And then you bring that into your relationship, and then you wonder why so many people are having very, very shallow relationships that's based on true, powerful intimacy and connection that's just beyond the body, because you've been taught, you've been misinformed, and you're also ignorant of other facets of relationships that can help to bring a healthy, wholesome relationship. All right, y'all. Still a lot there. God bless you. Be blessed and at peace. I love you. I pray you get freedom from pornography. If you know anyone that's going through that, encourage them, warn them, and give them the right information. Fightthenewdrug.org is a good one. Trish Lee, Leigh on YouTube is very good. Check them out. And ultimately, prayer, worship, fasting. God bless you.